second one here, the VGF, is, sometimes, and this is, again, you may want to consider, venture capital, I already said to you, very expensive. Okay? And the other challenge with venture capital is that when they come in early and the company has not generated enough value, the valuation will be so that the VC owns majority. Okay? See, because you see, you have an RCT company, no asset. You do valuation based on what? NTA is going to be negative. Let's say based on forward projection of sales. Still discounted, whatever, you have very small value. So for $1 that the VC gives, they get more than that value of $1. So meaning that, let's say the VC will come in and that company say, okay, I put 1 million, but now because of the valuation, the VC will own more than 50%. Two issues here. One, entrepreneur don't like. Two, VC also don't like. Venture capitalists do not like to own more than majority, to make them majority. Then you become a subsidiary. That's not the model of venture capital. So we have a problem that when we fund companies under the grant program, the company successfully upscale, enter the market, cross the valley of death or whatever the jargon that you want to use. Then you want to raise investment or loan. You want to raise loan, ICT company will have problem, no collateral. You want to raise investment, a lot of companies will have problem because of valuation. So we said to the government, and this is why I said innovation policy must not be set in stone. Look, we now have VC, we now have grant, we need to have intermediary instrument. So we call it the Business Growth Fund, where we give the company some money in the form of grant to do whatever necessary for your final technology development program. Or you want to go overseas and do, you want to do a certification, what have you do? We give you a grant. And we give you 4 million, 3 million, 4 million, whatever it is, in the form of redeemable preference shares. And later, we will decide whether you want to redeem, so that you own the company, at less than venture capital rate. So that one is important. Or we can redeem it, or we can convert become a shareholder. Now the thing here is that by having all this, from a funding perspective, I have venture capital, we have venture capital. We have CRDF for commercialization of technology by existing companies, BSF for new companies formed to do commercialization, and BGF for companies that have successfully crossed the value of that, but are not in a position to receive venture capital because of valuation, which will cause them to lose control. And also the VC also don't want to go because they don't want to go through. Okay? So by having this range of financial products, high risk, high return model. Once they breach that code, they are not venture capitalists. They are funders, but you can call them by a different name, whatever they are. Right? Because the reason why venture capitalists in Egypt, in Malaysia also, and this is quite common, people complaining that venture capital don't invest early enough. Two issues. First issue I mentioned just now, valuation, because the problem of valuation is they end up owning a block which is very huge. One. Which they don't want, the entrepreneur don't want. Two, and this is actually the more important thing. And I mentioned it in the beginning just now that for venture capital to invest, they must be sure that they can exit within the time frame. For them to exit within the time frame, there are two issues. One, there must be an exit mechanism. And the exit mechanism can be an M&A, which is active, or two, a stock market, which allows for company without track record to be listed, and educated investor that will invest in these companies. And these are not available even in Malaysia. I'm quite sure in many parts of the world are the same. So that is why a lot of venture capitalists in outside US and Europe to a certain extent, even in Europe they also do it, they invest later stage. Because by investing 3 years down the road, it cuts short their exit time. So they will be able to meet their 10-year rolling plan or 10-year fund life. Because normal VC has a 10 plus 2 fund life. They can extend for 2 years, but that's about max they can do. So that is why we need, in terms of funding instrument, we need to have a range of funding instruments that will cater across developmental stages, that will cater different niches of industries. For example, you want to do biotech, it takes 15 years, maybe 20 years. You can do that in the US. You cannot do it in outside the US based on VC model. You cannot do it. Cannot. You want to grow a microbe, you want to isolate a virus, it will take years. So if you want to do biotech development funding instrument from a policy perspective, you make sure that you recognize the time frame that is needed to grow a biotech company, to grow the industry. Make sure. You know, ICT, you may have 5 years. In fact, ICT, if the VC put in money 2-3 years down the road, they don't make money, it's a failure. But biotech, you may look at anything from 8 to 15 years. So the policy instrument for developing biotechnology will have to be different. We have to take the account of the nature of the industry, one. Number two, what stage of development is the industry? If it is from scratch, it will take longer. If they are already developing but uneven level of development, it may take shorter. Right? I mean, as I mentioned just now, you know, we were doing semiconductor industries in Malaysia. It's very fast because, you know, everything's in place. If you want to do nanotech, I think it will take a long time. So, and then of course, also you may want you want also to consider sometimes strategic industries are not necessarily the shares may go up to, let's say, 7 times. So from $1 it becomes $7. The venture capital sell their shares and they make the difference $6. That's their business model. Second question, what is the difference between venture capital and angel investment? Now, from the return model, it's the same. This angel investment, venture capital investment is high risk, high return. But from a operation management, angel can be one person, individual. Venture capital will be a formal company. Normally they will call a venture capital management company, which will form a venture capital fund company, and the fund company will raise money. Okay? So space, angel normally do early stage, venture capital theoretically do early stage. Most of the time they don't. Okay? But they are actually, both of them are equity investment in high risk sectors. Yes. Okay, the question is, do we support Malaysian companies to acquire foreign technology? Yes. That's why we don't have it here, there's the Technology Acquisition Fund. Because at the end of the day, nobody, no country, no organization can produce everything they do. Nobody in this world. Okay? So we have a fund which we call Technology Acquisition Fund, which we give to companies that want to acquire foreign technology. Now, the ideal, what is the ideal? I'm talking about the ideal. Ideally, when we fund a technology that is acquired from a foreign source, we want to see three things I mentioned just now. One, the company must show evidence that they are in a position to receive. Meaning, they have the technical people to be able to receive the technology. Two, they have the resources, facilities, finance, factories to use it. And three, and this is the most important part, if they don't do it, then actually from a philosophy perspective, it's fail. They should, after using it, be able to improve and innovate and create new technologies.
That is, if it is directly applied, this kind of technology adaptation.
Well, for MTDC, if they apply, and they qualify, we give you the money. If it is technology adaptation that they do on their own, there are different incentives given by different agencies. It's the same. I think for universities, professors teach, they do research. Of course, there are other research assistants who do research, but they do research. Yeah, they teach, they do research, they also do administration work. They do a lot of things. So this is where, as I mentioned just now, commercialization initiative must be institutionalized and formalized. Because if you do not institutionalize it, then you are asking a harried, a busy person to do additional work. Then they don't want to do it. first a national policy on commercialization, then the university itself must have a university-based policy on commercialization, then it must be institutionalized and not top only.
And also
And don't appoint consultant that steal your dog. Okay? Okay?
And then just one more question. Now the international venture capital fund.
Right.
I recognize some countries, some specialized fields due to their strength. Is it happening in Malaysia?
It's the same. You know, venture capitalists by nature will invest anywhere as long as they can make money. That's in theory. In practice, US companies usually invest in the US. If they come here, they will raise funds from the local, yeah, and to invest in the local. They probably put some money. But it doesn't matter as long as we also have partnership with US venture capital. Right? The way we see it is that because we, and here again, I must stress the word networks. You want to enter the networks of the US venture capital. So, nothing wrong with that. You know, as long as you enter. Final question, sorry, Kenny. I cannot disappoint. They come all the way from Colombo. Okay?
You mentioned that venture capital should be, cannot be of general markets.
Yes.
Does it mean that you have specific?
Usually, venture capital model in the US is very specific. Okay? Very specific. For example, you will have a venture capital fund targeting medical devices. Not even targeting life science, you know, medical device. Or venture capital fund doing drugs only. So, because why? The general partner, the person who manages it, is bringing his networks, his experience, his knowledge to that particular fund, usually.
What if the independent has many branches?
Now, if you are doing a government, that's what I mentioned just now, there is private VC, there is government VC. Now, if you go to the US, you say government VC, they will laugh at you. There is no such thing from their perspective, government VC as such. But, you know, innovation is free. You can do what you like. So you can innovate and form government VC. If you so desire, and the business model allows it, okay, please make sure that you test your pain solution first. Then you can have branches, no problem. So you can have Colombo branches specializing on gemstone, because that's what MTDC staff likes when they go to Colombo. Okay? See, you go and check her, you know. Or you can go to Candy, I don't know what Candy is, tea maybe, you know, or plantation. You know, that branch focus on agriculture, like in Fayoum. Or she's in ICT, so she's different. What is this market validation fund? Now, the market validation fund is something that we introduced. Well, it's not a fund in that sense, it is a project. See, you all have universities. In Sri Lanka, so many universities, in Cairo, so many universities. From the federal government perspective, whenever you ask the universities how many technology commercializable, all the vice chancellors will raise their hand and say, I got 1,000 technology can be commercialized. Okay? But you know, we have so much money. We cannot commercialize 1,000 technologies. So what we have done here is that we make a proposal to the federal government. Let's allocate a fund and let us look at technologies from all the universities, pre-qualify them, those which are not commercializable, get them out. Those are at first cut, looks feasible, let's go and do a market validation. That is what market validation is all about. Okay. Second question is, what about if people have an idea, not research-based, but they have an idea, they want to form a company? That is the reason why we have this, BSF. So, and there are other mechanisms terms of the actual ecosystem, the underlying criteria should be whether an idea is feasible. That should be the first criteria, not it has to come from the industry. Because then if you say, the government only want to fund public sector commercialization, you actually exclude a lot of probably important commercialization ideas. So let's fund commercialization, let's fund public sector research, as well as ideas coming from the private sector. Then therefore we can have actually intermingling of projects that come from both sides. Okay, no more question. Thank you very much for listening to me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon.
Thank you so much, Norhalim, for your insightful sharing. Now, what we'll do now, I know you're looking at the schedule and we're off by a bit. We'll break for a 15-minute coffee or tea break. And it will be outside. The reason it'll be outside is because the banquet team will be coming in to arrange the tables for your group discussion. We want it to be an interactive one. So what will happen is there will be 2 rooms for the group discussion. One will be Mahkota 3, and this will be for the Egyptian delegates to further the discussions you have last night. Puan Nurliza, Miss Nurliza here will be helping to kickstart. Nurliza, if you can raise your hand so the Egyptians, I think they remember you. For the Sri Lankans, I will lead you to a different room where you can continue your discussions from last night. Nurliza and I will share with you at the beginning of that exactly what we discussed. It will be about the policy-making issues that we've been covering. And how we will do this, it will start at 12 p.m. We will let it run until 3 p.m. In between, we will allow you to decide when you want to break for lunch. Because lunch is, even right now, available until 3. So let's have a 15-minute coffee break first. And then we go to break into our groups, and then we get started. And 3 p.m. we'll all come back to Mahkota 3, and that's where the group presentation will start. Is that okay? Okay, thank you everyone.
By cab it's just like $3, RM3 only. But there's roads, Jalan Masjid India, Jalan Tunku Abdul Rahman. Hotel is the taxi cab, Jalan Tunku Abdul Rahman, Jalan Masjid. Those are all cheap and easy. Like, there's a few Indian stalls there, Muslim stalls there, culture side. No, walking distance. Walking distance. I'm going. Not alone. Not alone. Oh. Group will be going. So it is walking. Oh. Time is different time a bit. No.
Exactly. How you can arrive at what to do?